Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Welcome back to another Cars 3 diecast review. Today we have the Cars 3 Trunk Fresh number 34 racer, Dirkson D'Agostino. So of course, I got this from Amaze and Boys Toys Co. Their eBay store is called Code May0 and the link to it will be in the description below. They're currently in the process of making their own website to kind of go away from eBay so they can decrease prices, so that'll be awesome. Their email address will be in the description as well, so you can contact them asking about a specific item that you may not see on their actual eBay store, because they have a lot of stuff for sale that they don't necessarily have listed, like anything from 2006 to present day, and they do ship worldwide. Also, if you're looking to sell some of your old stuff that you don't want anymore, like something that's damaged or in the package, loose, whatever, it really doesn't matter. They'll buy it from you. Just email them with all the details and you'll be good to go. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Bailey Mays at Amaze and Boys Toys Co. Alright, let's dive right into the review now of Trunk Fresh here, Dirkson D'Agostino. So there's a lot to talk about with him. As you can see in the background there, he has a team. He has a pity. He has a hauler, and since this is a sponsor that was in Cars 1, we have a comparison to do, because actually it was him, Dirkson D'Agostino, was the Trunk Fresh racer in Cars 1, so apparently he is still racing in 2017 until, of course, he gets replaced by the next generation Trunk Fresh racer. Now, I kind of find it unrealistic that he is still racing from 2006 to 2017 because he wasn't a rookie in 2006. As you can see, no yellow stripes to indicate that, so a little unrealistic there in my opinion, but whatever, really not a big deal. Now, this guy is only available in that Target exclusive Motor Speedway of the South 11, technically 12 pack, because I don't know, Mattel counts Luigi and Guido as one in that pack, even though in the Radiator Springs like welcome pack exclusive to Toys R Us with that Primer McQueen, Luigi and Guido are counted as individual cars. So I don't know, Mattel keeps going back and forth, whatever, I have no clue why that is. But anyway, you have this exclusive pack here. It comes with these two first look cars, and that first look basically means that in this set they are first to be released. They may be re-released in the future, but there's absolutely no guarantees. I have no confirmation that these two will be released as a single, in a 2-pack, and another multi-pack. I mean, they may forever and always be exclusive to this set. So I'm just warning you guys, if you pass this up because you already have most of the cars in the set, that's fine. It might be a smart idea, but you might miss out on these cars. But I feel like if you give it like a solid enough time, they will get re-released, but you just have to be patient, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the pack. It's actually a nice one in my opinion, because you have Jack DePost in there, who's kind of rare, and you have Gaskets, and I believe N20 Cola's in there as well, so some pretty cool racers, at least in my opinion. Mater, Luigi, and Guido, Lightning McQueen, nah, those are the boring ones. Now, as for this guy's appearance in the movie, he did appear at a couple races at the beginning, like the Desert, the Copper Canyon race. I'll show a picture of him. It's actually kind of shown from the back, so you'll see like this back angle here, which looks really cool because it's two-tone with the black and green. I really like that design. And that's pretty much it for him in trailers. I'm sure when the movie comes out, we'll be able to break every second down, and I'll be able to show you guys like what, you know, races he appeared in, and we'll be able to pull pictures off the screen and whatnot. Now, of course, like I already mentioned, he does get replaced by the next gen Trunk Fresh racer. This guy's name is currently unknown, and I'm sure Mattel will release him eventually, but there are no plans to release him this year. But Mattel seems to be releasing all of the racers, like all of the stock cars and all of the next gen, so we just need to give it enough time, and I'm sure he'll be out like probably, I give it like next year, and if not next year, then definitely the year after that. Alright, I think that's all, and now it's time to get into the actual review here of Dirkson. So, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison as we review Dirkson. Actually, we're going to try and do something different. We're going to just go through him first, and then we'll talk about the differences. Just want to do that instead of the side-by-side comparison. So on the hood here, you have, I love this new font. I guess I have to just show you guys what the old font looked like. It was so like boring and just, you know, 2D flat there on the hood. Now it's a lot more like 3D, three-dimensional there. the top is still in white and the bottom is in black, but you can see that the F looks to be like capitalized now instead of lowercase, which is interesting. And it just looks so much fresher and more modern because you have like the shine around it there, the green trim around trunk, the white trim around fresh, and then you have these white little stars here to, you know, symbolize the cleanliness. I really do like that. And of course you have black on this side and green on this side, separated with that silver line right there. And it's kind of like a gradient green too. It's like you have that lighter green there and darker there to blend in with the black. So pretty much throughout this entire design, it's two-tone green and black, similar to how it was before, but just a little bit more obvious because you could see green here and then the rest was pretty much black. On the side here, you can see Lightyear there on the fenders because he has black Lightyear tires with gray rims, which I do like. I feel like if they were black, it would be too much black. If they were green, like before, it'd be too much green, but I don't know. I feel like actually green might have actually worked for this, but gray works as well. On the front here, it's just kind of black, so it's kind of hard to see, but he does have his number 34 there beneath the right headlight there. And he does have this green and gray stripe here that comes onto the front. And a lot of racers have that feature where some of their design like bleeds onto the front there, like here with Ralph Carlo or Todd Marcus as well. Moving back to the side here, his contingency sponsors are the Piston Cup, of course, Vitally and Revolting, RPM, Nitrate, Octane Gain, and Clutch Aid there. Behind the sponsors, you can see this nice green design that wraps around the black and comes down toward the bottom here, and it gets darker as you get to the bottom. And I really do like that. You can also see the red arrow, and that indicates to the pit crew where to lift Dirkson up at to do work on the undercarriage. It's like the best point to do that. You can see his exhaust pipes there as well. I like the number there. It is obviously in a gradient green, starting at like a lime green at the top and kind of comes down to a gravelly green. And you have the black border and then the white trim around that, which makes it look nice and three-dimensional. You have these stars right here, which are very nicely detailed. They're kind of like flowers because you can see like the yellow greenish dot there in the center of them. So that's really cool. You have this nice silver stripe there as well. Moving toward the back, you have the Trunk Fresh Tax logo there again. I love how modern it looks and how I love the way they use the like two-tone to their advantage because Trunk all in black, Fresh all in green. That looks so amazing, so like 2017. I'm so glad that they like changed it to keep up with the times, and they kind of did that before. As you can see there, Trunk was in black there and Fresh was in the green background. Obviously their colors were switched for the actual text, but still very cool. And now here you have the gas cap, some more of the flowers. On the roof here you have 34 again, the black background. And one thing that they did here, which they've never really done before, is have the roof flaps be a different color than the roof itself. So I believe this is actually the first ever time they've done this. So as you can see, they're green, whereas like on Ralph Carlo, no, they're just the same colors to blend in with the roof patterns. I guess it doesn't make sense for him because if you did have different colors, it would mess up the red stripe. But for Paunchy here, they're blue pretty much there. Same thing here with Murray Clutchburn, Todd Marcus. So I like that they did that. I don't know who told them to do that because I don't know if we got an aerial shot of Trunk Fresh that showed that, but maybe it was one of Pixar's design concept pictures that they sent over. I don't know, but I like it. You can see the back window there. Again, Trunk Fresh using the two-tone, and then 4 of the flower hearts or flower cleanliness decals. I have no clue. Now the back here is where Trunk Fresh really shines. He looks amazing from the back, and that's how we saw him in the trailer and a part of the movie as well, of course. I also believe we saw Trunk Fresh from the side when Jackson Storm sped by him, and then you saw the blinker racer as well. But anyway, you have black on one side, and it's coming in at an angle, so it's not like half and half exactly. And you can see the one little flower there, the taillights, trunk in white. Then you have the camera right there to get the cool shots of racing from behind to be broadcasted on TV. Now on the other side you have the gray part of the spoiler, which I love how they made the spoiler two-tone. I mean, look how amazing that is. They've never done that before. I mean, it's just a unique thing for Trunk Fresh. I think they put in the most like effort for Trunk Fresh because a lot of things are different, like the spoiler there, the roof flaps. I mean, they have like never done that before, so I find that really awesome. Then below that, you have the green there with Fresh 34 down toward the bottom right, and another one of the flowers. Amazing. I give this car an A, and I probably would give Intersection an A as well. I just like Intersection more because I love the color and I like that it's a new sponsor, but Dirkson is really cool as well, and there's nothing that makes him worse than the other one. It's just, it's not his fault that he's a returning sponsor. I mean, it makes sense. Here's the base if you're interested. Kind of boring to me, but I know some people are interested in that. Now let's compare Dirkson to the other racers with the same body model. So as you guys probably know, he uses the Cal Weathers body, and now everyone is going to refer to it as the Cal Weathers body because he was essentially the first one, and since he's the most popular and prominent in the movie, it just makes sense. It's not going to be the paunchy wipeout bumper save model. Nah, it's going to be Cal. So the good thing though about this model is that every time one is released, it's kind of changed up. You never know what you're going to get exactly. We started off with Cal Weathers, same model there, but his expression is so far unique to him there, where you have the like right eyelid lifted up a little bit and the left one down. That expression is unique. Now, of course, all of their mouths are the same. You can see kind of that. It's kind of hard to see with Dirkson here because it's black, but all of their mouth expressions are the same, regardless of the eye expression. But if we go now to Paunchy here, he has the, just disregard the blackness because, I don't know, I don't understand why it's black. But anyway, you have this very determined expression where his eyes are essentially squinting because he's very concentrated. That eye expression is also used for Ty Marcus, the no-star racer, Ralph Carlo, the little trunky Pistons racer, and Darren Letfoot, the shiny wax racer, who is just being released now. So I will be reviewing him kind of soon, probably in like 2 weeks. So that takes care of about like half of this model. Then you have the other half here that starts here with Murray. And now you might think at first glance he has the same expression as Cal, but no. Cal's eyelids are all straight. There are no curves to them at all. Whereas with Murray here, the right eyelid is down and then the left one curls up. You can definitely see that curve there. Now you might also think Dirkson has the same expression as him, but no. They rotated it. They gave it a little flip. Now, I know this is super easy to do. You could do this in like Photoshop or whatever, probably Microsoft Word. Just like flip the image. And that's what they did here. You can see that the left eyelid is the one that's down and then the right one curls up there. So you can see it's symmetric there because they flipped it. So I actually think this is cool. I know it doesn't take much effort to just flip the image, but still they're trying to do something, and I like that because that makes pretty much like half of this model unique. You have Murray, Dirkson, and Cal, who are all unique to each other, like with the expressions in that regard. So I think that is super awesome there. And obviously their paint jobs are all different, but anyway, I just think that's really cool. I had to share that with you guys. Alright, time to compare him to the OG, the original Trunk Fresh racer. Just kind of a brief run through here because I don't want to spend too much time on it, because before we would go through the review and comparison, but this will just be the comparison. So looking at the hoods here, you can see that the older version is just like obviously a lot older looking. You only have one of these stars and it wasn't as detailed. It wasn't as, like, I don't know how to describe it. What's the word? Like, it's not as, I don't know, like full, I guess you could say. Like the flower hasn't really come in yet because they're only like, what is that, like 8 or 9 petals there, and they aren't even touching. There's nothing in the center there, but now you have the yellow bud in the center and they're all connected. So that looks really awesome. And they, continued on with the two-tone thing here where black and green are the prominent colors and they're used like contradicting each other. I like that. You had 34 there on the actual headlight before because obviously headlights were just plastic or fake stickers on the Cars 1 racers, but now they actually have working headlights. McQueen talked about that in Cars 1 and in Cars 2 because he actually got the working ones in Cars 2. You have green rims versus gray. It'd be cool if someone made a custom and put green rims on this racer because I think they would work. If they use these, they might be a little too bright, but I don't know. I think it would look kind of cool. Anyway, on the sides here, pretty basic on just the, regular Trunk Fresh car or the older one. I don't know why I said regular, but you just have green there at the front, then it turns to black, and then you have the green spikes right there, which is cool and all, but on the Cars 3 version, everything is kind of mixed together there. You have like the green flowing with the black, you have some of the stars there, which are only toward the back here on the Cars 1 Trunk Fresh, and you have the logo there again. And the two-tone was used vertically before, trunk on top, fresh on the bottom. Now it's used horizontally. I like that change. It looks better that way in my opinion, because you can really see like the, contradicting two colors. On the back here, it's so basic on the original version. You just had the black on top and the green on the bottom there. The logo, the text logo, was very small there, and now it is definitely enlarged, and I really do like that. Of course, before the spoiler was only black as well, and now it's black and gray. Beneath the back window there, you just had stars, the flowers before. Now you have Trunk Fresh, the green design, and the little white sparkles. The number also changed. Instead of being that solid like lime green color, is now gradient, a little bit darker as well to fit the new appeal and everything. Of course, the roof flaps are colored gray. You have the green stripes along the side, the roof edges there, so just a much better design. Now, I just want to talk about this for a second. Now, this is a quality improvement. This makes Sage Vanderspin and Rex Reveler's differences look like nothing, and it makes them look pretty much like the same car. Like, cars like that disappoint me. Cars like, what other ones are just so similar? I would say that Tocap is another one that's just so similar to their Cars 1 counterpart, but this one right here, absolutely fantastic. The changes are amazing, and definitely makes the new version worth buying, even though it's the same characters. So, I mean, look at that. They look so different there because it's black bumper versus the green before. So, whatever. Just amazing. I'm just going to leave it at that. Now, we have a couple other comparisons to do here. You guys might have seen this in the background and might have gone like, what the heck is that? Well, essentially, it is a Trunk Fresh, but instead of having the green front end, it is colored black, and that's the only difference. I got this from Code May as well. It's a little custom that someone did. He doesn't even know who. He just picked it up somewhere along the line. And in my opinion, it looks a lot more similar to the Cars 3 Trunk Fresh Racer because the black front ends here. And so, yeah, I wanted to show that because they're pretty cool looking together. It's like all three Trunk Fresh Racers. I actually really do like this custom. Whoever did it did a very nice job. The only problem is, I'd say, the fresh text right there looks kind of, I don't know, strange, I guess you could say, because it was originally in black, so the person left like the green around it so you can still see fresh. But I know there was like an official version of this made for the Motor Speedway of the South set, but it never actually got used, but some were made, and I need to look that one up to see how Mattel actually like removed the green around fresh. They probably just changed the color or something like that, but in my opinion, it looks cool, good enough for me, and you can see a nice little lineup here of them all. Which one is your favorite? For me, definitely the Cars 3 Dirkson, but they all look really cool. And this one's probably something you guys haven't seen before, so there you guys go. You learn something new every day. Alrighty here, so now it's time to bring in the whole team here. You have this Trunk Fresh Pity from Cars 1. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a name. He kind of goes with the new Trunk Fresh car here, or the new version of Dirkson. I mean, I feel like the Trunk Fresh Pities nowadays would be darker and probably have a lot more black, but he still looks cool. He's just a little bright. Obviously, the rims don't match because before he had green and now he has gray. The tool car looks pretty cool, but of course it, sports the older rectangular two-tone logo. It'll be awesome to see when Mattel starts releasing the team members for the Cars 3 racers. The Pities, the Haulers, and the crew chiefs and everything. That'll be awesome. We'll get some really big teams because we'll be able to combine them with the Cars 1 teams. I mean, Trunk Fresh here, he has a relatively big team for, piston car racers, since most racers did not actually receive a hauler or a pity release, but he got both. Lucky him, I guess. But still, we're missing the other pities he had, and of course, his crew chief, who is a pickup truck. here is the Trunk Fresh hauler. Obviously, I know nowadays it'd probably be a lot darker because before it was focused on a lot more of this like brighter lime green color, but still very nice, and they will look great together in just a moment here. But yeah, if you guys would like to see my review of Team Trunk Fresh, the link for it will be in the description below. Definitely a nice video to watch after this because you'll really get the whole Trunk Fresh feel going on. Alright, we're actually going to put them this way because I like when things are angled off to, like when the hauler is angled off this way, it kind of creates a nice little house. I don't know what I'm talking about, but it's hard to kind of describe, but you have this little room right here where you can put stuff inside. I don't know, but anyway, throw that there. Pity can come up here, and we'll put you... well, we'll put you back here. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which Trunk Fresh racer is your favorite. And let me know if you prefer intersection here Jimmy Cables over Dirkson D'Agostino. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. My next video will probably not be TG Castlenut, even though he's the last racer I have to review out of like the 3 first looks from Target. I'll probably do the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive McQueen set. Then I'll probably do TG Castlenut, and we'll see what happens after that. I have a playset to review, of course, the haulers, Paunchy Wipeout, and yeah, so don't worry guys, we're not running out of things to review at all. And how could I forget the pit stop barrier as well, the nice little Trunk Fresh two-tone pit stop barrier. If you'd like to see my review of this and Trunk Fresh, the link for that will be in the description as well. Alright guys, bye now!